Welcome back to America Together Radio. Today we're discussing something that sounds simple, but becomes very important once a campaign begins to grow, the county-by-county strategy.
Most people hear about national campaigns in terms of states.
That's true. We hear about Texas, Ohio, Florida, Pennsylvania, but every state is made up of smaller communities.
And every one of those communities thinks they are the most important.
Many of them do.
What do we mean by a county-by-county strategy?
The idea is straightforward. Instead of treating an entire state as one giant audience, you recognize that every county has different priorities, different concerns, and different opportunities.
So the campaign starts paying attention at a more local level.
Exactly.
Which means somebody eventually has to learn how to pronounce all those county names.
An underrated challenge.
Why does this matter?
Because local communities often know their own needs better than anyone else. A message that resonates in one county may not resonate in another.
Even within the same state?
Absolutely. Geography matters. Local economies matter. Population density matters. Industries matter. Community history matters.
So one size fits all doesn't always fit.
That's right.
A lot of national politics feels very broad.
It has to be broad sometimes, but broad messages can miss local realities.
Can you give an example?
Think about transportation. One community may be concerned about traffic congestion. Another may be concerned about road maintenance. Another may be concerned about long travel distances between services.
Same category, different experiences.
Exactly.
It's like asking three people if they need transportation and discovering one wants a highway, one wants a bridge, and one wants somebody to fix the pothole near their driveway.
A surprisingly good example.
So the county-by-county approach is really about listening.
Listening is a major part of it.
Not just broadcasting.
Correct.
Broadcasting is easier.
Listening is usually more useful.
This also seems important for volunteers.
Very important. Local volunteers often understand local concerns better than anyone at a national level.
They already live there.
Exactly.
Which gives them a slight advantage.
A significant advantage.
How does this connect to the larger campaign?
Think of it as a network. Each county contributes information, feedback, ideas, concerns, and opportunities. The campaign becomes stronger when it can learn from many communities instead of assuming every community is identical.
That sounds more collaborative.
That's the goal.
A fishing boat heads out from Mobile Bay again. The factory's home. The class.
You're listening to America Together Radio.
County lights, coffee brewing, screen door swing. Another day begins again. The truck rolls down to...
What role can listeners play in this strategy?
One of the biggest roles possible. They know their communities. They know local organizations. They know local events. They know local concerns.
Information doesn't always travel upward automatically.
It rarely does.
Somebody has to carry it.
Exactly.
And that creates opportunities for meaningful participation.
It does. People often underestimate how valuable local knowledge can be.
Especially if you've spent years hearing about the same issues.
Right. What feels ordinary to a local resident may be incredibly important information to someone outside the area.
This seems like a good point for an approved message.
Agreed. Here is an approved message from Jeremy Levan.
No president governs alone. A president works with advisors, experts, cabinet officials, military leaders, governors, mayors, legislators, business owners, workers, families, and communities across the country. I am not running to pretend one person has every answer. I am running to build a serious team, listen carefully, make decisions, and take responsibility for the direction we choose. Leadership is not pretending to know everything. Leadership is knowing how to bring good people together.
That was an approved message from Jeremy Levan.
Any final thoughts?
Yes, national campaigns are built from local communities. Counties matter, cities matter, towns matter, people matter. Understanding communities is one of the first steps toward serving them effectively.
And understanding communities usually starts with talking to them.
Exactly.
What comes next?
Next episode we'll discuss good ideas versus party labels, and why many people focus on the messenger instead of the message.
That should be an interesting conversation.
I think so too. This has been America Together Radio. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Coffee brewing, screen door swing. Another day begins again. A truck rolls down a two-lane road.